If you've not started making your own hair growth products, then I do not know what you are waiting for. You need to start as soon as possible, guys, because the amount of hair growth I've gotten for the past 2 months of making my own hair growth products is massive, and I'm here to share it with you guys. I'm not going to be gatekeeping in this video. I'll be giving you guys the list of every ingredients and the recipes that I'll be using for this hair growth oil that grew up my hair in the past few months. If you start to use this hair growth oil, you will start seeing results in less than 30 days. So this oil is way to go, and you do not want to miss out on this. Give this video a thumbs up and let's get right into the video, guys. First ingredient you'll be needing is clove. Cloves boost hair growth, and it contains vitamins, minerals and fiber that can nourish the hair follicles and support overall hair health. Next is rosemary. Rosemary improves blood circulation around your hair, provides scalp relief. Then you need moringa powder. It hydrates dry hair without weighing it down, stimulates hair growth and nourish the hair. Next up, you'll be needing henna powder. Henna powder can help with variety of hair and scalp issues. It contains vitamin E, which helps soften hair. The oils I use is olive oil. It retains moisture and softens the hair, and it also prevents breakage and keep hair healthy. Next up is coconut oil, which reduces frizz and protects hair from UV damage. It also repairs styling damage. So these are all the products I'll be using. You can also add more oil like argan oil, peppermint oil. These ingredients combined together, following the right step of preparation and application, you are going to see a massive hair growth and change in your unhealthy hair ASAP. So step 1 is to put your pot or stainless plate on a heat, low heat, guys. Then you pour in your clove. You start to stir. The quantity of clove I used is 1 full tablespoon of clove. You are going to stir this until the clove starts to pop. Can you all see how that is moving in the pot? When it starts to pop, you know it is ready. You give this a very good stir so that the clove can be well dry. After drying out the clove, I'll transfer it into a bigger pot filled with water. Not extremely filled, just like half of the pot. Then I'll go in with my olive oil. I'm going to measure 50 spoons of this olive oil. I'm doing it so that y'all can see the measurements I do, but if it's too much for you to measure 50 spoons, if that's a whole lot for you and it's going to take your time, you want to just add your olive oil into your applicator bottle. That is going to help you get the exact quantity of oil that is going to fill up the bottle, and then you can turn it into the pot with cloves. After adding the olive oil, you can see that the water in the pot is preparing to boil. So I'm going to give this a very good mix. This pot doesn't want to stay stable, so like it really stressed me out, but I tried my best to balance it out. So if you can get any pot which is going to sit into the bigger pot perfectly, that's okay. After heating it up for a while, I'm going to go in with 1 full tablespoon of rosemary dry seeds. I'm going to add this into the mixture of the clove and olive oil. Then I'm going to give it a very good mix. While the water is preparing to boil, as you can see, the oil is getting pretty hot. That's what we want. We want the oil to be hot so that the ingredients will infuse into it perfectly. After giving this a good mix, I'm going to just let it sit there and let the oil do its thing for a while. Then I'll go in with half tablespoon of moringa powder. I prefer to use the powder because it's easy to infuse other than the seed or leaves. But if you have the leaf or the seed, well, you can go in with that, but I just prefer to use the powder, so I'm going to advise y'all use the powder also. I'm going to give this a very good mix so that all lump can dissolve, because if it's lumpy, well, you do not want that. So for the lump to be able to dissolve well, you want to mix and mix and mix, and if you even see any lump while mixing, just use the spoon to break it. It took a pretty long time for me to crush the lumps because it was kind of much inside the oil. and I needed to crush it all up so that it's not going to affect my recipe. At this point, I already turned off the heat because the water has boiled and it's pretty hot enough to be able to keep the oil hot till I am done. Then I'm going to go in with 1 teaspoon of henna powder. I'm using my tablespoon for this because I could not find my teaspoon anywhere, but you guys, I'll assure you this is a full teaspoon of henna powder. So if you are making yours, make sure to find the teaspoon so you will not make any mistake in the measurements. After adding that, I'm going to give it a very good mix. The oil is still hot and this is a very good sign because it's going to help everything infuse into the oil perfectly and faster. After mixing properly, I'll go in with 30 ml of coconut oil. Coconut oil and olive oil is very easy for me to come across in my local markets, so I cannot get access to all the other essential oil like the argan oil, peppermint oil and co. But if you can get that, it's very good, you add it. But this is just what I can find now, that's why I'm adding this. After adding the coconut oil, I'm going to give it a very good mix. Mixing this is a very important role to play because without proper mixing, the ingredients are not going to combine with the oils. I transferred the pot from the water and our mixture is ready. Can y'all see how this is giving? The color of the oil has changed, but it still needs to sit and infuse. I'm going to be transferring the mixture into this plastic jar because my mixture is cool already. But if your mixture is hot, I'm going to advise you use a glass jar to avoid melting out of the plastic jar. So this is what we have. This smells so nice, guys. You should perceive this. Now I'm going to transfer it into it. I'm being very careful so that it's not going to spill all around. After transferring it, I'm going to close my jar and give it a very good mix, so that all the ingredients can mix properly with the oil finally before I let the jar sit and everything infuse together. Now we are going to keep this in a very warm and safe place and let it infuse for 24 hours. You can keep it for a longer time. The longer it infuses, the better it gets, but for the sake and purpose of this video, I'm going to let this infuse for 24 hours. After 24 hours, it's properly infused and y'all can see. Can you see how this oil got dark? Now I'm going to go in with this measuring cup. I like to use it because the tip is pointed. I'm going to be using a handkerchief to sieve this. You can use a cheesecloth or a wig cap, but for this video I'm going to be using a handkerchief. Then I'll turn the mixture into it. You guys can see that the moringa and the henna powder has settled underneath the jar. I'm going to lift the handkerchief from my measuring cup and I'm going to let the oil just flow through the handkerchief, leaving the residue inside of it. This looks so appealing. Can y'all see the color of this oil? I don't know why, if it's me, but I feel like the darker the oil, the better it works. This oil is massive. You guys, I'm not joking. You will start to see results in less than 30 days. You must not miss out on this. As soon as possible, just get all the ingredients you need and everything and make this oil, and you will see tremendous growth on your hair. When it works for you, which I know it will, come back and give me your reports and results. I'll be waiting for you. I'm going to squeeze this so that every oil that is left is going to come out, and at this point that's all, it's finished. So this is what we have. I'm going to be transferring the oil into this applicator bottle. It's a plastic bottle. So this is why I prefer to use the measuring cup. The tip is pointed, which makes it easy for me to transfer the oil. The oil spilled a little, but that wasn't much I can do with that. So after transferring it into the applicator bottle, our oil is all done and ready for application. There's a little opening at the cover of the bottle which helps it come out in little quantity as you press it onto your hair. Let me know in the comment section if you'll be trying this out, and if you like this video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe bell down below, and turn on all your post notifications so you're going to be notified whenever I drop in a video. See you guys in my next video. Bye guys.